Hey everyone, my name is Keshante Chantel and welcome back to my channel. So if you've been here before, then welcome back, of course, but if you have not been here before, then definitely join the family, subscribe, turn all of the notifications on so you will stay in tune when I upload. So this video is all about how your girl got catfished. I am not one of these people that like to play on the internet. I don't like to play games with people's emotions and feelings, and I don't date. I don't have the time. So this was literally the first time that I actually decided to really give love or these dating apps a try, and it was disastrous. Let me start off just kind of telling you how things happen. I downloaded this app. It was a dating app, and I uploaded about 6 pictures and put a little cuteness, things that really I felt like represented me as a person well. It's crazy because I downloaded the app back in March and I never really did anything with it because I wasn't seeing any guys that I would talk to on the app. And so like I get on it and then I forget about it, and then somebody would write me on the app, and then it would be like I saw that they left me a message like 2 weeks ago, so at that point it was probably not even worth responding. So flash forward to May, but then I went to my likes and I saw where this particular guy liked my pictures, and I was like, wow, he's like really attractive. So I went to his profile and I liked one of his pictures too. So I guess if he likes you and you like a picture of his, then they match you, kind of thing. He was just like, hey, I think you're pretty, blah, blah, blah. And of course me, I'm like, you're gorgeous too. And then finally he said, well, let's just exchange numbers because I'm probably going to delete this app since I don't use it anyway. And I was like, perfect. I was going to delete it too. So we exchanged numbers and then he hit me up. Y'all, when I say this man had them lies together, he had them lies together. So when I got a text on my phone, it said maybe so-and-so, because he told me his name and his name was kind of the same that was on his profile. So out of sight, out of mind. So when it said maybe so-and-so, I was like, okay, just, verify, blue check. When you're first getting to know someone, sometimes text messaging is easy. I'm not one of these people that's like really aggressive. I don't gotta be on the phone with you, FaceTime kind of thing. That's half the time, I don't even want to be on the phone with anybody. So to say, we text for like the first couple days back and forth. I'm talking about like cake bacon to the max. Like it was really, really cute because it's been so long since I found someone that I could just sit there and text with or just talk to in general. Not even text, just talk to. And then finally I was like to the point, well, can we FaceTime? So the first red flag was he was just like, no, we can't FaceTime because I got PTSD. I was in a car accident, and so I can't do that. If that's gonna be a problem, then I'm sorry. So I don't know what it's like living with any form of a mental illness. I know occasionally I might get seasonal depression. I know what that feels like. When it's selective. Honestly, it's selective. What you deal with is whatever you choose to deal with. I didn't want them to feel uncomfortable, so I should have just ended it there, but I didn't. And I let that excuse just kind of be like, okay, well, whenever you're ready, it doesn't have to be right now. It's gonna have to be eventually because I need to know that it's you, really you. I didn't really know what that was. So of course I'm asking my friends and they're like, oh, well, he could have sensory issues or stuff could be going on in the background that could be a trigger for him. And I was just like, okay, makes sense. I'll just leave it alone. I'm not going to press the issue. We just met. We're just texting, getting to know each other. So I was like, okay, fine. Boom. back to texting. Some other red flags started happening like before my eyes, and of course I'm just like, I'm listening to myself and the things that's going on, and I'm trying not to like just be too weirded out by the situation. But what started like the ball rolling, of course, that I can't FaceTime, which you should have been like the most major red flag. I should have just hung that shit up. Well, I was out and about. I was supposed to go have breakfast with my sister, but she ended up canceling on me. And so then I decided I wanted to go. I needed some work clothes. So I did the haul that you guys would have seen where I got like a bunch of pants and stuff. I went to this store called Gabe's. And while I was there, the guy started blowing up my phone. And it was just like, where are you? And I'm just like, well, I just got done eating breakfast and now I'm going to go pick up some work clothes. And he was like, oh, well, text me when you get home. So 30 minutes later, I'm just like, why is my phone going off? And it's him again. He was like, have you made it home? And I was like, no, I'm still just kind of out shopping around. Gonna be going to Trader Joe's in a little bit. And then again, he was like, where are you? And I'm just like, first of all, pause, pump your brakes. I don't answer to anybody. It's been a long time since I had to answer to a man, and I'm not about to start now. Like, the hell? So, put it like this. 5 times within about an hour and a half, this man has texted me, have you made it home? To the point, and this is where I get so mad at myself, because I could have gotten killed. Like, I really haven't sat down and thought about the seriousness of it, but I could have lost my life doing some dumb shit like what I did. And I finally got to Trader Joe's because I was getting like so frustrated. Like, why do you keep asking me where I'm at? So I pull up to Trader Joe's. There's only one Trader Joe's in Columbia, South Carolina. I take a picture of Trader Joe's, like I take a picture of the sign, and I send it to him. And I go, Trader Joe's, I'm gonna be shopping for a while, like, relax. Well, when me and him first started talking, he said that he was from Texas. So I didn't think twice about it. I was just like, if the dude is in, he had a Texas number too. So I didn't think twice about it, because I was like, if he's in Texas, me sending him a picture reassuring him that I am where I say I am is not going to be that big of a deal. So I'm in Trader Joe's and I'm shopping, and you know, I'm there getting whatever I need to get out of there, and then I leave and I go home. You know, this man is like freaking gorgeous. Like, he says that he's introverted. So like, when I look at his pictures, it's like, I don't really get introverted from his pictures. Now keep the Trader Joe's story in mind. Like, don't let that slip your mind, because I'm going to get to a point in a second. So this man is gorgeous as hell. So I'm talking to him and we're cake baking, and I'm telling him, you know, this feeling that I have is new, is different. I get butterflies. And he was like, well, why do you get butterflies? And I was like, well, because I feel like, you know, you're too good to be true. Like, he's gorgeous. Like, listen, I ain't lying. The man was fine. However, this man snaps on me because he had sent me prior a copy of his passport, like the picture of the passport. I'm not going to show it to you guys because we gonna get there. Just keep all this in mind. So he sends me a copy of his passport. So he tells me, well, I don't know why you don't believe me or think that I am who I say I am. If I got to keep proving myself to you, then we don't need to talk anymore. I'm just like, where the hell did that come from? Like, how do you just snap on me? I had to tell him, like, I'm sorry if I offended you, but what I said should have uplifted you. It shouldn't have made you angry. When I said that you were too good to be true, I'm not doubting who you are. I'm just saying, like, I mean, I guess it could go either way. But like I said, he was too good to be true. And he was. Because when he told me, if I gotta keep proving myself to you, then just don't text me anymore, he reactivated the dating profile. But only this time, when he reactivated it, it had a different location. So of course I get on the phone with my friend and I'm just like, what is going on? Like, I'm seeing something and I don't like it, and I don't like how I feel. And I told her where the town was, because of course I live in Columbia, South Carolina, and I'm not familiar with a lot of towns outside of, you know, Lexington, Casey, things like that. So when I told her he reactivated it as Bellevue, Cottontown, she was like, bitch, that is literally downtown. And I was just like, he told me he was in Texas. How is that downtown? So I'm like, well, maybe it's Bellevue, Cottontown, Texas. And as soon as I put that in, South Carolina pops up. So I'm like, hell no, that's a red flag. So I'm thinking, like, maybe, I don't even know what the hell I'm thinking at this point. I'm just being dumb and naive. But anyway, you know, we had ended up getting back on good terms or whatever. He apologized for snapping on me, and I was like, fine. But after that, like, the thrill was gone, because I feel like, personally, in the beginning stages of getting to know somebody, everything should be bliss. It shouldn't be any arguments, any pettiness. It shouldn't be like no back talk, like none of that. Like, and so when he snapped on me, the thrill for me was gone. One, because I never had no man pressing me 24/7, asking me, are you home? Are you home? I pay my own damn bills. I gotta answer to nobody. I don't answer to my mama. So I'm just saying, like, relax. And then you snapping on me because you felt like I was questioning who you are, your dignity, or your authenticity, or whatever. So at that point, I think my intuition started to kick in. And when I say I'm intuitive, baby, I'm intuitive. Like, when it comes to a man who like to play checkers, I play chess. So once my intuition kicked in, I started, like, my soul just wasn't sitting well. Like, I'm telling my friends about this guy, and everybody's saying, you know, Sean, certain things just don't sound right. So I'm just like, okay. I talked to him all day. I talked to him most of the night. So one particular day, he said that he was working from home that day. And I remember in talking to him, you know, I would ask questions, genuine questions about him. Like, do you like pets? What's your favorite color? Like, bullshit like that. So I asked him, did he like pets? He was like, yeah, I got 2 dogs. I got one back home in China. And then I also have a Chihuahua here in Texas with me. And so because he said he was working from home, I was just like, okay, well, if you got a Chihuahua, if you don't mind, can I see a picture of your dog? And so he took about 2 hours to respond. Which is fine. I didn't think anything of it, because this man says he owns his own international trading company. And so I just kind of was like, you can't be at my beck and call, and when you are doing something, you're probably working. So he said he was working from home. So it took him 2 hours. He sent me the picture, and it was of him and a dog. And so I was just like, okay, bam. Like, this man sent me a picture of him and this animal is got to be who it says it is. So he sends me the picture. I share it with my friends, and they were just like, okay, he might just be who he says he is, because it's always been 50-50. So this is where things started to like really go downhill, because I decided, I went to my sister's fashion show, and I had one of my friends showcasing her clothing line in the fashion show. So I went to support both of them, and I had talked to the guy like throughout the day, kind of sorta, but not like really our normal conversation. And then directly afterwards I went to go get sushi. So while I'm out getting sushi, he hits me up and he's like, hey, what are you doing? And I'm just like, I'm out grabbing dinner with my friend. He was like, cool, I'm getting dinner too, blah blah blah. And then like I didn't text back anything, because like I'm enjoying my time with my friend. But during that time, I'm showing my friend some pictures that he had sent me, and I'm talking about like, he looks so good in these pictures. I was just like, ow. But anyway, so I'm showing my friend the pictures, and I'm just like, there's one particular picture that stood out to me, like the location where he was at, the outfit that he had on, everything was just okay. It was my favorite picture. That picture is gonna stand out, and all of this is gonna come together. I know you guys are probably still waiting on the Trader Joe's thing. I'm gonna get there. Just hang tight, because I'm about to blow up the spot. So I'm showing my friend these pictures, and they're just like, okay, he does look good. Okay, but for some reason I ended up getting an edge on me. Like it was a feeling that I couldn't get off, and I was just kind of like, I didn't want to deal with anybody when I got home. And I got really irritated with him, because he had texted me, where are you at, what are you doing, kind of thing. And I was just like, just got home, about to watch some K-dramas. However, I know you're probably going to be busy for the rest of the night, so I'll talk to you later. And normally I don't do that. Normally I want to talk to him until like 12 a.m. up cake baking kind of thing. And so it was just kind of like, I didn't feel like being bothered, which was weird. So then I slept good throughout the night. I'm talking about like, my mind was tired, my body was tired, and I suffer from insomnia. So very rarely do I just sleep throughout the night. And something just said, something's not right about this situation, and you need to investigate. Like, you need to stop being naive. This man told you that he could not FaceTime. What does PTSD have to do with not being able to talk on the phone to someone? I needed to start making things make sense. What I did was, of course, I started digging. Now, of course, during the time that me and him was talking, I did ask if he had social media, and he said no, he didn't. He couldn't keep up with that. So no, he doesn't have social media, blah, blah, blah. And I believed him, because if you own your own company, then chances are you may or may not have social media. You may or may not have the time if you're always working. However, something told me the pictures that he just sent me was so aesthetically pleasing. There ain't no goddamn way that those pictures aren't on the internet. And let me tell you, throughout the course of all of this, like, I had been trying to find any and every little bit of information or detail on this particular person. I had my best friends doing a reverse picture lookup. We did a reverse telephone number lookup. I paid to have a reverse telephone lookup on this person. No, nothing came up. That's why I was just like, every time I try to find something, I couldn't find anything, but I was looking in the wrong damn place. when he sent me those pictures of him, he sent me about a good 6 of them. And not only did he send the pictures, he sent the location. Like if he went to Canada, it would have like a monument or something in the background. So like I was saying, I got the pictures that he sent to me, and I'm looking, because I'm like, there's no way this man has to have social media. So of course he said that he was from a specific place in China, because of course he's Chinese. So he said he was from a specific place in China, and I couldn't find anything. But then, of course, I decide to look at another city in China. And I'm on Instagram, and I'm hashtagging, like, there was this picture that he took that had like these two, it's like a skyscraper with 2 pink balls. And so boom, I'm going to Google skyscraper 2 pink balls, what pops up? And they're like, oh, this is in such town. And I'm like, okay, now let's mosey on back to Instagram. Let's hashtag this place. And now I'm searching through thousands. I'm talking about thousands of pictures, and boom, a profile pops up. And I'm like, I know you fucking lying. I know you lying. So a profile pops up with a different name. And this time, this profile has a bunch of pictures of him that I'd never seen. And I was like, damn, I can't believe this man lied to me, told me he didn't have social media. But then also, like, I was at Trader Joe's, and I took a picture, and I showed him that I was at Trader Joe's, and this man could have come and been watching me shop, and it's not who he says it is, because mind you, this profile has a whole nother name than what he gave me. So is this profile really who he says it is? Because they're in a whole nother city in China. They're not even in the United States. So I'm like, mind just blown, like, who is this? This person is in Colombia. And it's just, at this point, it's very overwhelming for me, because now I'm just like, my intuition, I should have let my intuition kick in right when he and I first started talking, but I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt, because I usually don't get on dating websites. So now I'm just like going through the profile, going through the pictures. Mind you, there were certain things that started to stand out to me, because the profile, the one that I had found, had a Facebook attached to it. So I go to the Facebook, and when I go to the Facebook, there's pictures, there's videos. Like, there was a recent video where apparently they were sitting in the car and there was music playing. But this man told me he couldn't drive or talk on the phone because of his PTSD. But you're in a car on your Facebook. So I'm just like, this shit has been a lie from the beginning. So now I'm goddamn, I'm like on it. I'm FBI, Central Intelligence. I'm just like, all right, let's go. I'm really looking through the Facebook, and I'm noticing there's no friends list. And I was like, okay, well, maybe they can have their friends list hidden. That's a thing. But I looked, and I was like, nobody's commenting that are friends on any of these pictures or any of these videos. Let me go back to Instagram and see if that's the same thing. So this person has pictures with him and his friends, but none of the friends are tagged, and none of the friends are commenting anything. In fact, it's random people leaving heart eyes or things like that. And I was just like, for some reason, the math ain't mathin' still. And I think that this is a fake profile too. because there was pictures that he sent me that wasn't on this profile. So that led me to believe that there's something else out there that I'm missing. Something said, dig a little deeper, Sean. Just dig a little deeper. And I did. And I'm back from the beginning, but only this time, that picture that stood out that I said was my favorite of him, I was like, okay, because the picture just kept calling out to me. I kept looking at it and it was just like, search this specific place, search this place on Instagram. And I started searching. I'm scrolling. About a good 15 minutes in, I'm still scrolling, and it got to the point that I was just like, to hell with this. Like, I seen everything that I need to know. I know that he kind of lied to me, so I'm kind of done with this. But something said, don't give up, just scroll just a little more. And I did. And there was a picture with a group of guys on a boat, and he just happened to be in one of the pictures. But when I clicked on a picture, when I clicked on the profile and I clicked the picture, the guy was tagged. In fact, all of the friends were tagged. So I went to his page and I found the real person behind the pictures. Mind just blown. Mind blown. So at this point, like, it's kind of funny, because it's funny and it's not funny. It's funny because, like, who the hell would go through these great lengths? Like, what was this person really trying to accomplish? Because they didn't ask me for money. He didn't yet. They didn't ask me for money. But then when I went back to the Facebook profile, this shit has been going on since 2018. That Facebook profile dated back to 2018. It is 2022. That is 4 years of somebody impersonating this man. And I'm talking about, like, when I went to this guy's profile, I'm talking about he's got like pictures of his friends, his family. He's got everybody tagged. It is a real person. And I felt bad because I'm looking at a face of a person that I had feelings for. Temporary feelings, but feelings nonetheless, because I won't sit and downplay my emotions. Like, I started liking the person that I thought that I was communicating with, only for it not to be that person. And then I'm looking through these pictures and I'm like, this person looks like they're the life of the damn party. They don't look like they're introverted at all. Now, what do I do? That's the biggest thing. I kind of got hurt in the situation. At this point, I'm just like texting my friends. They're like, cuss his ass out, give him the business. And I'm just like, but I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't have the energy for that shit. So what I did was I collected all the information, and I wrote the fake person that I had been communicating with a very long message, and I just said, before I start this off with negativity, I just want to say thank you. And the reason why I wanted to say thank you is because for a long time I had closed my heart off to the idea of pretty much loving anyone. Like, I never really wanted to be in a relationship, always wanted to work. And so the fact that I was able to not only receive but give was a very new experience for me. So thank you for that. But I also want to say that I'm very disappointed because you have been living a fake life. Like, whoever you are, you've stolen someone's pictures in an effort to get girls off of the internet when you should just have been yourself, whoever you are. And I was just like I understand that hurt people, but there's no excuse for what you did. And I'm just at this point, like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. But I hope you heal. I hope you find unconditional love. And that was basically it. It was like more to it, but that just sums up what I said. And not only did I send that, I sent a screenshot of the first fake profile that I found. Not the original guy's profile, because I was trying to be selective with that. But I didn't send the original guy's profile. So then, of course, like, this person hits me up later on, and I'm just dumbfounded. Like, because why are you writing me? Like, I told you I don't want to be bothered anymore. So they're like, oh, hey, how are you? And I'm just like, I said, why are you contacting me? Like, at the end of the day, I told you that I don't want to talk to you anymore because of this lie that you created. I said, the least you could do is apologize. And they were just like, oh, I didn't get the message. I didn't see it. What are you talking about? And I was just like, okay, so now you want to play stupid. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I was like, I sent him a picture from the other guy's, the real guy's page. And I captioned it. I captioned the message. I want you to keep in mind that you didn't send me this photo. And it's not on the other page either. Just keep that in mind. And if you can't get on the phone and FaceTime me right now, there's no need to finish this conversation, because I'm not going to keep feeding into your bullshit. I never heard a response. Never heard a response. I guess they got the message. You can't shoulda. So at the end of the day, I did get catfished, and I am kind of sad about it. And I think what's even more confusing with this situation is because, like, I started to care for a specific person who is in fact a real person, who is more lit than the person that I was trying to get to know. But unfortunately, this guy does have a girlfriend. I don't want nobody else's man, so, you know, that's just that on that. But I did send the original person everything. I sent them a message, and I let them know that, you know, I sent them the copy of the passport with his picture on it with a different name. And I sent him a screenshot of the dating profile that has his pictures. And I also screenshot and sent him the Facebook and the other fake page, because I felt like if it was me, I would want somebody to tell me. Because if something happened, or this person is scamming or getting money from other women, it's the malicious intent behind whatever they're doing. They were only able to catfish me for a small amount of time before my intuition kicked in. But there's some people who don't have that intuition, who's not gonna dig deep and go through thousands of photos to get to the nitty gritty, who's gonna take monuments and landmarks and search all that shit to make it make sense. There's people that's not gonna do that. So I just wanted to let him know that somebody's out there stealing his information. And I think I did my part with that. And then now it's just moving on. I think where I'm at with this dating website stuff is, you know, I'm not as open to it as I was before. I'm not going to be very trusting just because I got catfished. As of yet, the original owner of the pictures has yet to respond. Like, they haven't looked at it, but that's just because me and that person, you know, we don't know each other, and we're not friends in real life, and we're also not friends on social media, so they probably haven't seen the post. And it is what it is. Like, you know, it happens. You just got to take the good with the bad. You got to move on from it. The lesson that I learned from the situation is, for so long I sheltered myself from love, and when I started to receive attention and kindness, instead of being so closed off, I was open, and I was ready for it, and I'm still ready for it, and I'm just eventually gonna meet the right person, and thing will be all copacetic. So yeah, that is my story on how I got catfished. And I will say this, and I will leave this as my closing statement: always trust your gut and your intuition. I feel like it will save people a lot of time, a lot of drama, a lot of heartache, if you just go ahead and trust your intuition and just let it lead the way. So yeah, that's it. That's all. Thank you guys for tuning in, sticking it out, thugging it out with me. If you guys have any, I guess, crazy catfish stories where you had somebody playing with you on the internet, let me know. I'm sure, I'm 100% sure I'm not alone in this. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I am gonna go chill, and I will see you guys later.